All right, welcome to a very special edition of Inside the Gaming Lounge with That Nerd Show. I am Marcus Blake, joined with our squad leader, Mr. K. Scott Cooper. Say hey.
Going on.
All right, let me tell you why today is so special. Today is the release of the new Xbox Series X by Microsoft, and as it so happens, we have one in the studio. And we're going to show you what it's all about.
Are you going to do it and tell me to look under my bed?
I think you'll have to talk to your partner on that.
Son of a bitch.
Anyway, we wanted to unbox it. We want to hook it up. We want to mess around with the menus, show you, again, what it's all about, and also play some games that are Xbox Series X capable. Now, two things before we get started. Our studio looks a little bit different with the screens for two reasons. One, we can't use Twitch to stream messing around with the menu. So we have an extra camera on the TV in the studio. That's why you get this cool little European capital background. So in a minute, I will hook this up. We took the time to go ahead and do all the updates, and I am logged in on my account. So we don't have to wait for that. And here are the two games that we're going to jump into. One, I'm going to play a little bit of Madden 21 because it is the one of the games from EA this year that they gave an update to make it ready for the Xbox Series X. And I've already updated my copy of it, so we're good to go on that. The other one is Star Wars Squadrons. Now, the reason that Scott and I are going to jump into this is
because you're making.
Well, well, we can, but we also want to see how this console holds up to PC players. See if it gives us a little extra edge, and just see how it performs. Probably not, maybe, but if it gives us a little bit of an extra boost, then I think it'll go. It'll get a few extra points in our review of the console. But we just want to see. Now, there's many games that we'll be looking at with the Xbox Series X. A little bit later this evening, I'll be jumping into live gameplay of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is another one that, while it's an Xbox One disc, it is also going to be ready for the Xbox Series X. So we'll see how that looks. Now, a couple of things to know when you unbox your Xbox Series X. First and foremost, yes, it is a brick, and it is kind of heavy. So if you're like me and we're trying to put it underneath the little table your TV sets on, isn't going to fit. So I've got a nice, cozy little place. But there's hardly any sound to it when it starts up. And yes, the speeds are pretty fast on startup, and you're going to get a chance to see that here in a moment. The controllers, and I've already lost one of my controllers, which is never a good sign. Oh, there it is, right in front of me.
God damn it.
I know. Basically the same kind of controller, but as you can tell here on the screen, the D-pad looks a little bit different. Yeah. So because there's so many games we play that require the D-pad, they're trying to make it more, what's the word? Ergonomic, maybe? Yeah. Easier to use. And this will be good. I kind of want to test this D-pad out on Star Wars Squadrons. Again, it's basically the same controller, except with the D-pad looking a little bit different. And first thing I noticed is I have a charger and rechargeable battery packs. So I tried to put the extra one into this controller. No, you will have to buy a whole separate rechargeable battery kit for the new Xbox Series X. You can't use a universal one that was for the Xbox. So I was a little miffed by that, but that's the way it goes. Also, they have an easy button here called the share button. And the share button, for those of you that broadcast, Think of it as like PlayStation, where you have the one share button that'll immediately take you to where you can get in and share. Well, that's basically what this does. So we're going to take a look at it and see if it works.
That's pretty. They're a little late getting behind that curve. You know what I mean? I had that option, with my original PlayStation 4. It came standard. It's like, what the fuck?
I know, but I think Xbox, when the system first kind of came out, more people weren't really using it to stream on Twitch and all that. It was PlayStation and PCs and all that. So yeah, you're coming late to the party, but that's fine as long as everything works. Now, the first thing that I really noticed, and I did this last night, I moved all of my games to my 6 terabyte hard drive. I wanted it to be seamless. And when I got all the initial updates set up on the new Xbox Series X, I turned it off, plugged that hard drive in, everything came up, and then it asked me if I want to apply all my old settings from the other Xbox to the new system. Hit yes, and it's got the same layout. It's easy, seamless. You can use the Xbox app to log in and get set up that way. I didn't personally use it. I just logged in with my email and did what I normally do. But everything moved pretty fast. It also moving 40 gig games over to the internal hard drive was, I wouldn't say half the time, but I would say about a third less of the time than it normally takes. So that was good. Like I said, this is a powerful processor. Things are going to move faster. Also, the HDMI cable. It is an Ultra HK 4K HDMI adapter. So if you've got a super duper nice TV that does Ultra 4K and all that, that's got the capabilities for new consoles, then yes, you want to go ahead and plug that in. It will make the difference from what I could see, because I had just a regular one for the old Xbox. I say old Xbox One now. So, but anyway, yeah. So far, so good. I didn't have any problems. So let's hook this bad boy up. Let's take a look at it, and we're going to go through the menus, and then we're going to rock and roll with some gaming. But I want to do a couple of quick settings and make sure that everybody's able to see stuff out there, because we're using a new software today called Restream to broadcast in multiple places at the same time using Zoom. So you'll be able to see us on different devices starting today.
Multiple systems at the same time. Oh no!
Oh, no way! Whoa! I know. I was looking at Restream of all the different channels. I'm like, I haven't heard of 3/4 of these things.
I don't know what this shit is, and it excites me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to start getting much more of an international audience. Some of these are in Asia, some of these are in India, and probably Russian hackers.
So they can hackers from all over the place. They're gonna fuck with us just because we said Fortnite sucks, and they're gonna be like, "I'll show you, I'll show you," and it's just like, "Oh, come on, man, seriously."
Now, quick little update. Yes, Xbox Series X is pretty much sold out. Some stores had extras beyond what people pre-ordered for opening day. Walmart and Target announced, I think last week, that if you go online, you could pre-order it or order it online and then pick up at a store. But I think those were quickly, gone as well. So where you can find one, we have no idea. I know the GameStop store that we normally go to around my house, that we do a lot of business with, they had 1 or 2 extras and they were gone quickly. And I only say this because I know people are looking. You're going to have to keep checking retailer websites and every day, especially leading up to Black Friday, because there is another wave of consoles coming out, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. But look, if something happens, because you didn't get it pre-ordered early enough, and we completely understand. You also don't need to be the crazy lady in a GameStop store. I did pre-order it. You did give it to me. And start throwing a fit while other people are trying to collect their gear. I mean, I kind of felt bad, but I'm like, man, do you even know what an Xbox is? I was just trying to get something for my grandchildren. So you pretty much could pick any console and be good there.
So you lie and think that's the answer. Way to set an example. Way to set a fucking example.
I know. I kind of felt bad for the store manager, Kat, who was having to deal there and explain what she could do, and that they had some refurbished systems. And I tried to tell the lady too that, get an Xbox One or whatever they have and get Game Pass. You're paying for that with EA Sports games and all that now. As of officially as of today, EA Play as a part of Game Pass. So you'll be able to see their entire catalog mixed in with Game Pass. And we're going to show you here in a moment. But anyway, yeah, I was like, just do that. Get that for your kids. There's hundreds of games to download. They'll be fine. So anyway, all right, I'm going to get this plugged in. We're going to look at the start time, or how fast it starts up. And then we're going to rock and roll and play around with the menu. All right.
So, Marcus, because I ask silly questions, does it look like it's going to have any like problems with like overheating, or does it have plenty of ventilation?
It looks like it's got plenty of ventilation. Now I can't get that one. There.
Now this may seem like a really, really stupid question, but I know some of my tech peeps out there are going to appreciate this. Now, is it one of those things where they have it set up to where, like, you can obviously tell that this thing has a lot of outventing for heat and this, that, and the other, but is it going to be one of those things for like the Xbox that you kind of have to be careful with how and where you place it? Because I know I'm talking about an Xbox. I mean, like the Xbox One. Because if you don't, you get an excess built up of like, dust bunnies that end up becoming like a dust moose community. And
so the side of the brick that we showed you, that's where the ventilation is, and one side has the little stand if you want to stand it on its side.
Okay.
Here's what I'm going to recommend. Okay, if you are a true gamer and you take care of your stuff, especially if you're rocking hard on older equipment and trying to make it live as long as possible, then getting a heating pad or our cooling pad underneath will make a difference. There's like a fold out X looking one that's about $12 on Amazon that works really good, and I have that for a few of the systems, especially some of the classic systems. I would go ahead and get one because, again, you want to be on the safe side. I think this is a better system. I think, yes, the ventilation is good. It's got more cooling power, and Microsoft said that. But, always take extra precautions. That's the way I look at it.
Oh, yeah, no.
And I don't know if and for me, I'm not the guy that's going to stand it, on its side, making it like a tower. I put it top to bottom the right way so that you have ventilation coming out of both sides.
I mean, is that what they say, or did they say that, hey, you can stack it like a tower? Because I know a lot of people have different opinions on that because of the way the Xbox One is built and the way that people used to argue how the 360s used to work. So it's do you feel like it's supposed to be that way, or is it clearly don't?
Well, they're clearly setting it up where you can set it up top to bottom. As you can see in the other screen, the way that I have it, set up. Oh, and the TV already went off again. My TV time's out, but we'll get that turned back on. Like I said, either side of what I'm pointing at, well, you can't see it, but if you look at the brick on the other screen, you have that stand. It will You can set it up that way, and I think you'll still have plenty of ventilation. But I think it always comes down to the type of surfaces that you put it on, as well. You know, if you put it on anything that collects a lot of heat, like a rubber-based surface top, that's not, you want air flowing underneath it. It's like any sort of electronics. Oh, and apparently I've got an update on the smart TV, but we're not going to do that today. Yeah. No.
You wonder why nothing ever works for you.
I swear, I know. It's like there's always an update
that you never.
So again, what I did is it's propped up about an inch off the ground onto this little X-shaped cooling pad that's $12 on Amazon.
$12 on Amazon. We don't want to fucking plug Amazon because they're a monopoly and evil, but that's
I know. It's like, I know they're an evil corporation taking over and putting out small businesses, but damn it, things are so damn cheap on there.
I know, right?
When you're a gamer on a budget.
Yeah. Oh, fine, I'll do it.
But it might be one of those things where you don't personally order from Amazon, you give the money to a buddy, so that way you can still feel good about yourself.
Ew, no, that's just as bad.
we can't use that loophole? Okay. All right. So let's test this out. All right. Get that sucker going.
I don't know why, but I feel like just doing that shit from The Crow. Fire it up! Fire it up! Fire it up! Because I'm a trash fucking monster.
Don't tell me the update on the smart TV is preventing us from.
How convenient would that be?
I know, the irony. It's like, no, you are going to do an update today. All right, give us a moment. It's not the system. Trust me, it's not the system. It is the TV. So give me one moment, everybody.
I feel like you should be playing that Journey song in the background for your fucking stuff faithfully. Just do 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 do, and just like, I love you, please, just cooperate.
You want me to play faithfully in the background?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying, like, that's almost like what it seems like you have to do to get this shit to fucking work.
There's always a technical difficulty. Well,
you need to run into shit, Marcus.
This one might be my error for not pushing the HDMI cord. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go.
It made noises.
Yeah, check that out. Check how fast that is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's like I said, that's kind of the brilliance of this system.
I mean, if I load my if I was to turn my Xbox One off right now and then turn it back on, it would take me about, God, even though it just loaded up and like to turn it off and turn it back on again like that, it would probably take me a good 2 minutes. And that thing was like, "Hi, welcome to Xbox," and I'm done. And I'm like, "Oh, okay then."
All right. One thing I'm going to do real quick before we take a look at the menu is actually, let's take a look at the share button.
Share.
For this, start a game, and you can tap for clips. Share my game snaps. Oh, well, okay. Okay, well, maybe it isn't quite up to par with PlayStation on that. Maybe we have to actually, or I just haven't pinned Twitch to there yet. So, okay, we'll explore that a little bit of time. But yes, there's a share button, and you should be able to quickly get the games and apps. But I want to get this broadcasting. quickly. The other thing that I noticed, going straight to this system, the Xbox One only allowed you to go up to like 720 HD. This one will take you instantly to 1080p for streaming on Twitch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got that taken care of. And all right, let's get back home. Yeah, you can seamlessly move, and I'll make sure that we've got that screen going for when we switch and we play a game and test some things out here in a moment. But yeah, as you can see, and I apologize. Like I said, we've got just another kind of camera phone on the screen so you can see it. I wanted to play around with some of the menus. All my games loaded up seamlessly when I plugged everything in, but it's as you can see, it pretty much looks the same. It's easy to find find everything. Go to settings. One thing that we should probably do. I bet that's all default. Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe. Ooh. I take that back. I thought it like the chat mixer and the sound and stuff like that. Figured that would revert back to default settings. All right, sorry about the camera phone. I'm going to move that back just a little bit. Hold on one second, everybody. Unfortunately, it's kind of playing around with darkness in the room. Oh, that's way off too. Nope. All right. Okay, let's jump into. We were talking about Game Pass, so we're going to go to full Game Pass here and show you everything.
I mean, are they adding additional stuff on Game Pass just for the X series?
They are, but here you go. Here is Army of Two from an Anthem from EA Play. Got all the battlefields on there now. Yeah, a lot of stuff that has been on there. Yeah, Crisis. All the Crisis games, Dante's Inferno. And check this out. You'll see mark here, like check here, Dead by Daylight. If it has an XS, that means they've got some games that are they already have the capability of being able to perform well on the Xbox Series X. So some of the horror games that we were going to get into are ready to go. But yeah, you've got that's strange.
Well, I was going to say, even on my end of the Game Pass, it's also showing the addition of anything EA Play.
Yeah. Like literally that was an update that dropped overnight. So it isn't just Xbox Series X. If you have Game Pass, you should be good. Now I am curious because I'm not seeing NHL 20 on Game Pass, and it was there before. So, or maybe it's just all jumbled around. But yeah, there's a whole slew of stuff. Also, wasn't there? Yes, there was the new Gears of War Tactics game. Now, I don't know much about it, but I'm pretty sure that's a multiplayer, right?
I don't know jack all about it myself, to be quite honest. I can check the readout on it right now.
Because that was something that we haven't gotten into lately with all the multiplayer stuff that we've been trying. Is we haven't gotten into any of the Gears of War, and I know Gears of War 5 had I wouldn't say great multiplayer format to it, but you could certainly play it with friends.
Well, I mean, Gears of War, I haven't really played a whole lot of it. I know that they have the unlimited edition of the very first one. I've got it downloaded. I played the very first one way back in the day, and I liked it. I don't remember if I played the second one or not, but somewhere along the way, I kind of lost interest with the Gears of War, thing. But I know they've got Gears of War 5, and I know there's like one, two, three, four, five, technically six, now seven games. But Gears of War Tactics is like a turn-based thing, like Spartan Wars, that kind of thing for Halo. It's kind of
Okay.
a little that sort of thing.
Ah,
And I know most of the multiplayer with Gears of War is along the lines of just playing team deathmatch with your friends or whatever and getting involved in that. And then
or
you, I
doing
think you
or fending off waves of the aliens and stuff. Is that
uh,
the,
I don't know if you can do that. Maybe you can. I haven't played in a while, but I can check. So
yeah, and I never even finished Gears of War 5. I think I got halfway through it before we had to go on to other things.
yeah.
But oh, and by the way, EA Play is not in alphabetical order, so there's NHL 20. If you're like me and you're a huge hockey fan, and we've played NHL on this show, it's one of our favorite sports games. It's one of the few sports games that Scott will play.
Yeah.
Um, you want to keep this version instead of just immediately shelling out $60 for NHL 21. Here's why. Not only did they not make any upgrades to NHL 21 getting ready for the new consoles, I mean, it'll play because of backwards compatibility, but that's about it. You're not going to get anything else out of it, not any high performance, like you will with Madden or FIFA. Two, it's the exact same game as NHL 20, except maybe they changed the season schedule and some of the colors. It's not worth $60. If you're a diehard NHL fan, just stick with 20. NHL 22 is the one where it'll have all the improvements ready for the new consoles, next year. So, and if you haven't gotten into NHL 20 yet, well, again, you're an Xbox player. It's on Game Pass. But yeah, this is the biggest coup right now for Microsoft. Why I think they're ahead of the game. To be able to take EA and Game Pass all in one low price of $14.99, and there's more backwards compatible games through EA on Xbox than there is with PlayStation. You're definitely getting your money's worth.
Oh yeah.
So,
It looks like they've added more games to the EA Play than what was there like last couple of weeks, and I was like, "Huh, I didn't notice this game before."
yeah,
Um, and
well,
I'm
they
not.
did because
I haven't
yeah,
checked to verify to see if the PlayStation Now or whatever the streaming system is for PlayStation. Um, I haven't. Oh, they also added Fallen Order to EA
yeah,
Access.
that's what I was about to say. So almost a year old. Well, actually, a year old, and it's on EA Access now. So if you haven't had a chance to go through that campaign,
There you go.
check.
And if you haven't got a chance to see our review on that, please do because it's very illuminating.
Yes, it was actually our game of the year last year based on everybody's votes. It just didn't get as high.
I did not vote for it.
Yeah, I know you didn't, but the way it came across in everybody's top 10 list, it just ended up becoming the game of the year. We're not saying that you shouldn't play it. It was one of the best games of last year, but but last year was also a kind of a down year in games, just like this year. You're just not going to have any great titles being released leading up to new consoles coming out.
I disagree. I think Ghost of Tsushima smacks you in the mouth with your own comment.
No, I'm not saying that there aren't good games this year. I'm just saying it's kind of a down year because you're not having as many titles.
Oh yeah.
Compared to what you'd normally see, like 2017, 2018, we had a lot of great titles get released.
Yeah. And maybe that's the ultimate question. Maybe instead of focusing on releasing the new titles, because as we've discussed before in other broadcasts, and everything else in between, that the construction got crazy. Excuse me, folks. But lost my train of thought. Where was I? Okay, yeah, no. So as we've discussed before, I don't think they were really focusing on dropping a lot of new titles this year with the new consoles and stuff coming up. I think this year has been the year of the retro gaming, in aspect. You're
Right.
a lot of games that people seem to like and really enjoy being added to the Game Pass services, the EA Play kind of thing. And who's to say that maybe because of the difficulty of these Xboxes and PlayStations being grabbed, because I haven't checked what PS Now looks like now compared to what it used to be.
Right.
So who knows? Maybe I go and check that shit. Maybe better.
Well,
Probably not.
our biggest argument was you couldn't download anything, or like
No.
if you could, it was shitty games,
Yeah.
and nobody wants to stream some of these bigger games. I mean, unless you have like 1 gig internet or whatever, you weren't going to really be able to play them. It would start and stop compared to being able to download them and play them on your hard drive.
Oh yeah, because I can't imagine trying to stream a game like Red Dead Redemption 2.
I know.
Or Halo, or not Halo. I'm sorry, because Halo is not one of those titles. Or like Call of Duty. For somebody who can't afford it, it's like you're not going to be able to stream Call of Duty. This
Right.
is not going to fucking happen.
Right.
And maybe that's not on their service, but who knows? But there's a lot of games that I know that even some of the older games you can't stream them. But and like I was getting distracted, but what I'm trying to say, but who knows? Maybe they're going to bring more. And maybe because we're seeing those bigger pushbacks from Cyberpunk and everything else like that, which in turn that also pushes back the release of little games and everything else like that
Sure.
from other little studios. So who knows? Maybe we're gonna see a lot more of the scramble to, oh fucking shit, we need to give them something. So we see a lot more of these remastered classic games being dropped as part of these
Right.
Game Pass services. So,
well, okay, so we're gonna jump into gameplay here in a moment, and I'm gonna make sure that we get everything live stream before I go over and do anything. But here's initial impressions. Yes, this system loads fast. I mean, it's under a minute. You won't have any lag time at all. It is easy to completely set up from your Xbox One. So, I mean, if you're getting one here in the next couple of weeks and you don't feel like you need to keep your old Xbox One, I mean, you could really get rid of it because it will play backwards compatible games from Xbox 360, Xbox One to, and stuff. And you have an external hard drive. All your games on there, you're going to be able to play. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that even a 3.0 USB external drive is going to have the capabilities with all the processing power to do an updated graphics to be able to process some of these games on the Xbox Series X. But I think a lot of them aren't necessarily ready. So you might have to switch some of them over to the internal hard drive to get better performances. And you can switch back and forth depending on what you're doing.
yeah.
But as I said, I mean,
great example and point is I know, for instance, especially with Game Pass and the Fable games, which are huge, lovely games in my home. And I know that there were points where the game itself was struggling just because of the way that the Xbox One was trying to process it so quickly, and it wasn't used to being operated in that manner. So it even made it kind of clippy and glitchy in its own kind of way at times. So yeah, you might want to be careful with that. Yeah, because you say you try to run it on one of these Xbox, the new X series, and next thing you know, Fable's on crack and not even quite doing what it's supposed to be doing anymore. It's just a twisted former self.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right about that. I mean, it's. I think you're going to have a good year of games getting adjusted to a new system anyway. But I feel like Microsoft may end up being a little bit better than Sony about this in getting their back catalog ready to go. So you're going to start seeing a lot more like this We Happy Few. You got the XS on here. It's got capabilities to play on Xbox Series X. So not all the games are there yet, but I feel like we're going to see more and more throughout the year. Also, I don't know why I have no idea why we're putting Titanfall on there. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to completely. I'm not going to complain against the first Titanfall game. As we do more and more multiplayer, that's the way that game was built. I would be curious to see if we could do that as a squad and not have to listen to 12-year-olds trying to talk shit to us. But if that's the case, that game goes in the trash.
I don't know, man.
That was the most annoying thing when that game started is like all these kids just talking and you couldn't shut them up. You couldn't like mute them or it was like, stop. Okay. I don't need to listen to your nonsense. One game that I didn't actually install, the first Battlefront game, because there really isn't any reason to go back to that game with all the stuff they've added to Battlefront 2.
And that's something that I even said to Bethany, who is, if you don't know her, folks, she is somebody who's been added to our gaming staff recently, a good friend of mine. She downloaded it and was like, oh, yeah, no, I think I'm going to play it. And I'm like, why? And she's like, oh, just to kind of get a feel for it. Maybe it's fun. I'm like, no. I was like, the only people you're going to find on there playing that are literally poor kids in like, trailer parks in some god awful fucking state. And, they can't afford to buy anything else. And they're literally playing their Bubba's old games that they found in the trunk. You know?
I mean, if you want to play like a co-op survival mission or something, they're kind of fun. The melee aerial dogfights were okay. But I feel like EA with Star Wars now has completely improved upon that we've improved Battlefront 2 for everything you need, and then we have this whole separate game for flying with better controls, so you can forget this thing that we already ripped you off of, 5 years
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't any reason to really keep that. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on Game Pass. That's the other one, Plants vs. Zombies, the first one. I didn't have that before. Oh, I want to point this out. Who is downloading Pandemic off of Game Pass right now? Seriously. Is this a game? I mean, if you're telling me, somebody's trying to get Trump to play it on how to properly handle a pandemic, I'll give you that.
No, not even true. No, that's not even funny because he wouldn't even play No, that's not even funny.
While COVID-19 is going on, play Pandemic, where you can be like, God. No, I just want to kill zombies. All right, gonna get back to games here, and we are gonna load up Madden as I get there.
Oh, you said Madden?
I'm going to do a quick thing in Madden right quick. And I want to run through to check out a sports game. Not going to play a full game, maybe just one quarter.
I got NHL 20 loaded right now.
The only problem is it doesn't have they don't have any updates for it for capabilities of Xbox Series X. So I want to showcase two games. There was an update on Madden 21 that should make it available for Xbox Series X and better play. I just wanted to.
I'm tracking you.
Wanted to check that out real quick. But yeah, they have this little thing, instant game response launched. All right. Yeah, make it Twitch. Unless there's another update.
There's always an update, Marcus. There's always an update.
No. All right.
I disagree with you, EA. For you, it's not EA Sports. It's in the game. It's EA. Everything's in your wallet.
All right. I'm going to keep the second screen on, even though we're going to live stream to Twitch as well, if Twitch will work. I don't know. Twitch may be going down today. Everybody's trying to live stream their new Xbox. I mean, these literally got.
It's all about that social acceptance, Marcus. It's all about that social acceptance.
Okay, Twitch is being a little weird.
Being twitchy? Mm-hmm.
No, that's the wrong one. Sure, we are live streaming. Okay. I don't know. We might have to actually do this old school with this other camera.
Gotta go to the old school.
I know it could be a browser issue though, with us trying to live stream.
Maybe. Those are words that people often use.
You know what? Let's do this. Let me stop and start Twitch again. That might be our first little hiccup. Servers could be down. Ooh. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, wouldn't that be the kicker? Everything else is working correctly, but Twitch is the one thing that goes down today.
That'd be great.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Now it looks like we just had to restart it. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to switch this to our screens. And then I'll get into playing this game just a little bit. Just okay. All right.
Superstar abilities.
Yeah, so I'm basically using the Xbox Series X box to help prop up a stand for when I do live streaming. Figure that's a good use for it.
Marcus, I can only describe you as boundlessly professional.
Hey, I will MacGyver the shit out of everything. Oh, that's the wrong Xbox controller. All right. Yes, I should actually play this matchup because I can certainly operate the Bears and call better plays than the real life coach, who's a fucking moron. All right. And the load times are actually a lot better on this game, too. Okay, I do see a little bit of an improvement in graphics. Oh, all right. All right. Yeah, you can definitely feel the difference in processing power.
Feel that processing power.
All right. How many yards do I need? Yeah, we'll stick with the run. Oh, that didn't really work. Ooh. Yeah, there's definitely improvements. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see what it looks like going for a long pass to receivers.
A long pa.
This is the one that I really like. We'll do this. Oh, almost. Okay, so two things that I'm noticing in this game. It's a little bit more sensitive. So if you're using jukes and spin moves, you can avoid tackles a little bit better. So that's good. Oh, okay. Camera angles are a little bit different. Oh. All right. Oh, about to say, I know I got in. Wow. Yeah, I definitely think they made these consoles specifically for 4K. So the good news is you've already got the TV for it, Scott. You guys had to take care of that this year.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, I'm going to run a couple of series on defense, and then we're going to jump out of here. Okay, this game definitely looks fantastic. All right, let's see what the pass rush does with a system like this. Oh, that was okay. Usually I'm pretty good on the pass rush, so maybe I don't have as much of an advantage anymore with this new system. Oh, that's just really. Ooh, look at the football players. They're shiny. Okay, now this is getting annoying. Well, all right then. All right. All right. Oh, shoot, I don't even know what I selected. Okay. Well, yeah, the performance in this game with their update it's definitely an improvement. Oh. All right, the pass rush is pissing me off. Also, because it remembers all your data, where I am in the franchise mode in this game, it remembered exactly where I was in the season. Okay. Let me see if I can get a stop here. Okay. Okay. Let's jump out of this game. All right. So things I've noticed. Yes, processing power makes it go a little bit faster. And the Ultra 4K with the cable and everything, the game definitely looks a little bit better than it did on the other Xbox. Now, I don't know if this is an HDMI cord. Maybe you can answer this or not. Sometimes when I've been playing a sports game, it feels like it gets a little pixelated at times. So I don't know if that's an HDMI cord or the processor, trying to process it at a lower bit rate. But I've had that happen a couple of times in sports games. And I haven't noticed anything so far using this new system. You think that might be an HDMI cord or processing power?
I am not fluent in the question in which you are asking me. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. I would say that probably by the sounds of it, probably a processing thing, but I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of does sound like processing power.
Yeah.
All right. Get to games. I'm going to log into Squadrons, and we're going to see. I think that'll be kind of the real test. Let's see how this baby, how it flies a little bit. No, why am I? Oh. Also, controls are a little sensitive.
Controls.
Just a little bit. All right. I haven't played this in a while. I gotta get out my cheat sheet. Like, wait, what controls do what? All right. Now, I want to test something else. I want to send you a game invite to this game if you get when you're logged in.
Dude, I've been logged in for a hot minute.
Okay. And as you can see, a little bit faster startup time.
Yeah, no, that's pretty quick.
Yeah. Now, we may not be reviewing the PS5. I haven't quite decided because I were more limited, but I can tell you right now, I don't think that there's anything with them that's going to completely. I don't think there's anything that's going to beat the Xbox right now, especially with Game Pass and value. I think even other critics have said that the Xbox Series X has a faster processor. So, all right, let's just do a quick match. Hold on. Okay. Ah, there you go.
I have
So-
accepted.
All right. So it looks like that came through. All right. We should just be able to go to quick match, right?
Sure. Yeah, no, that'll work.
Okay. Yeah. So really, what we're just trying to do is, I'm going to see how the flying is, how it looks, if it's a little bit easier, if there's better performance. I mean, it probably won't improve my shooting skills, but one can
Listen,
hope.
you could be asking more of yourself than of the console.
I know. Yeah. Hey, we get to be the Empire. So yes, I will take that. Yes, we got concussion, and looks like it's got all the old settings too. Awesome.
Wow, I mean, if you're loaded into something, I'm not.
Wait, it didn't load you into the match?
I don't think we're looking for a game. Oh no, it didn't. No.
Okay.
So far, strike one, squadrons.
Hold on. Let me.
And EA, if you're watching, go fuck yourself. You could have done better.
All right. How do I get out of this?
How do I? If you press start, there should be like a end game, return to whatever, quit.
Press star.
Start. The little 3 lines. Start button.
Okay, let me get back to the main menu. There we go. All right, so we're connected. Maybe we'll just do multiplayer, do a good old-fashioned dogfight.
There you go.
You know what I think? I think that I accidentally hit matchmaking before I added you, so that's probably why you didn't get in. So we'll start over and see if this works.
We shall see.
I tell you what, if you screw us over on this, we're gonna have some very choice ones for you.
Anything but bitch more than we already have.
All right.
Can't
Are you
win.
in?
Yes, I am. I am loading into the game.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's showing your game is already loaded, and I'm not even I'm still on the load screen.
Oh, you're not even in this dogfight?
No, I'm in the dogfight, but it's still showing the basic.
Oh, okay.
generic
It's just taking you longer to get there. Okay, I got you. Oh, well, there's another big difference right there between.
Now I can select my TIE fighter. I'm ready.
Okay, other people, AI, bots, whatever. Come on, waiting on you. Okay, there we go. All right, we're gonna do a quick dogfight, see how this works. So, but yeah, I'm excited that they have all the cross-platform capabilities. So if you can still play online with your friends if they don't have an Xbox Series X yet. And the same thing is going to be between PS5 and PS4 players. It looks like. So that's definitely a game changer. I think they're starting to realize, you know what? Everybody's kind of online playing with each other. Maybe we should make it easier for them. I mean, you're about 3 or 4 years behind on that curve, but sure, we're glad you're coming back to it. You're coming around to it now. All right.
Coming around to it now.
Sounds like a sitcom show.
Sitcoms. You know, when I was a kid, I was really into sitcoms because I was a trash toddler. I don't know. But no, now as an adult, if you even try to offer me any form of like sitcom watching, I will stab you with a sport.
There's a few here and there, but I don't watch anything like on regular TV. I mean, it's all like Hulu or streaming services, something where I can binge watch multiple episodes.
Dude, my thing is like I have become an old man. All I want to do is watch procedurals, you know, murder mysteries and everything else like that, and cop dramas. That's all I want to watch. And westerns. I'll watch westerns all day long. Whatever, watching westerns.
All right, here we go. Well, this is definitely a lot more shiny.
It's a lot more shiny on your end.
Exactly. Oh. Controls look a little bit different.
Marcus, do not go ahead of yourself if you can't get back up. Oh, that guy's down already. Good, you like all I want.
Oh.
Who is shooting at me? They're good, whoever they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit of difference in maneuverability, but okay.
Test stream for the Xbox. Really? I just spawned and the guy's already at my ass. You know,
All right, this...
still honestly not a fan of this game.
Now I'm still a fan, but
Not a fan anymore. I have literally been blown up twice without ever seeing the guy at all. And once I just flat respawned and he was already there waiting for me. Oh, look, there he is again.
well, at least I got one kill.
Marcus, if you have one kill, you're doing better than me. All right, fine. Can do this the old-fashioned way. You want to chase me? You got to chase me. Wow, this is crap. It's the same guy who's killing me every damn time.
What's his name? Is it a PC player? Let's go get him.
I can't even do anything to him. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm all about, you know, games having a difficulty that are fun and interesting, and you know, it's just, this is just ridiculous.
Well, again, it's the cross-platform with PC players. Okay. Well, I'm able to maneuver a little bit easier. I will say that. But
Absolute dog shit. I'm sorry.
it's all right. I'm just basically testing the maneuverability with this new system. Come on. Is it this one Stony Sage guy? Because I feel like he's a PC player.
No, but he is also a PC player. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Seriously? Come on.
All right. Unlock. Ah, I just killed myself. Well, I see some improvements with the new system. I mean, I feel like I'm able to maneuver a little bit better when I'm being locked on by enemies. But I don't know if it makes enough of a difference to put up with all the PC players. But I know it doesn't take 4 fucking missiles to get you down, you son of
Wow, I finally killed somebody, and then now I'm paying the price for it.
Yeah.
This is hot garbage.
Yeah, we're not going to do too well in this.
Like I say, I'm all about games that are kind of difficult and this, that, and the other, but this is just nonsensical bullshit. You know, there is no reason why this game needs to be like this. You know, this is literally EA just answering the call to a fucking PC crowd because, wow, really? Wow, really? We're doing this now? Apparently, all of a sudden, I don't know how to fly now.
I'm going to be curious to see the difference between the new consoles, PC players, and all that, and trying to do this game. I mean, this may not be a game we go back to until everybody has an Xbox Series X, or at all. I mean, I still like playing it, but
I don't. Yeah, no. I'm just kind of, you know, it's not fun. Like, you know, I mean, like I say, I don't mind getting my ass kicked, but it's not fun when people are constantly up your ass 24/7.
Yeah, and
This game is
don't
not.
get me wrong, I like being able to do something where you have teamwork, where you have to, if there's two of us going after the PC guys. But you're right. If you feel like you can't be somewhat competitive,
Because if you look at our team was almost solely comprised of Xbox people, and their team was almost solely comprised of fucking PC players, and their score was downright double.
Yeah.
And I know for a fucking fact, because I'm watching the guy who was kicking my ass all the time, that motherfucker was doing something because his connection kept bopping in and out. So it's whatever, man. I just really, really hope this game dies on the vine and stays dead.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to give up on it. I'm going to jump out of the menu because we only wanted to do one quick test.
Oh no, we totally want to do one thing. And I mean, I ripped it apart whenever we reviewed it, and you would think by now that they would have made some kind of fix. I mean, they've even put a little message in the beginning that says, "Hey, we're glad to listen about this, that, and the other, and we're happy to do these fixes. And here's this currency as a thank you." And you can tell they're still catering to the PC players.
Yeah, no, they are. All right, one more quick test. If I can find the disc. Tell me I already lost the disc, probably.
The most toxic community there is, and that's who they pick to listen to.
Okay. What did I do? Oh, you know what? I know where it's at. That's because it's in that system. All right, I'm going to load up the FIFA 21 disc that I have. Just want to see how loaded, what it looks like. And I think we're going to be done with all of our tests on this game. Okay, fast load up. That was good. Oh, wow, that is a fast load up. Okay. Syncing data. Yeah, like I said to everybody out there, FIFA 21 and Madden 21 were the two games that EA, upgraded with updates to be ready for the Xbox, for the new consoles. Also, if you're an NBA fan, the NBA 2K21 was supposed to be ready. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people didn't order it right off the bat because they were waiting for the new consoles. And somebody was actually telling me too that because I didn't really make any major improvements to NBA 2K21, a lot of people bought it, returned it, and got their old disc back for NBA 2K20. It's like, if you're gonna charge us $60 or $70, for this new game that you didn't do anything to, we want our money back.
Dude, that smells like somebody's gonna get another class action up their ass here soon.
Yep. Oh, that moves.
Because when are game companies gonna fucking learn, man? You can't release a half-finished game anymore. You can't.
No. Quit doing it. Just quit. All you're doing is fucking over the gamer. I mean, if you need more money and you're trying to get stuff, you know what? I tell you what. If it really comes down to this idea that you're trying to get money from sales to make up for development, fine. But if you're going to give me a half-assed game, how about you charge me half up front for the half-assed game, and then you can charge me the rest when you're fucking finished.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I mean, I don't know if this is direct correlation or not because I mean, we could probably prove it, but I don't know. But like with Bethesda, look at Bethesda. They're now currently getting bought out. For how
Yeah,
long was Bethesda like a fucking powerhouse that nobody could touch, nobody could buy out? Anytime anybody tried to even come up to them and try to buy them out, they laughed in their face and told them to go fuck themselves. You
yeah,
know, and now after that class action lawsuit they got fucking hit with because of Fallout 76,
right.
and then the kerfuffle that was, the Doom games, they're getting bought out. And and
I,
I'm happy to hear that Microsoft is doing it because judging by the reviews that we got going on here right now, it's a faster, console. It's going to make
right.
the games play the way that everybody's been wanting the games to play. And it sounds like Microsoft has heard what people want and they're paying attention. You
Well,
know,
and love or hate Microsoft, and we've all complained about their operating systems.
oh yeah,
At least have the money to put into development, which is what you need.
yeah.
Gaming companies. I don't know. I don't know if Sony can really say that anymore.
No, I don't really either. I think Sony's kind of drifted towards,
Okay.
all their other purchases and all their other, big ticket items and stuff that they go with now are like appliances and stuff. They're drifting more and more away from the gaming consoles and going back to the Sony we knew, where it was just, hey, you want a TV? Here's a TV. You know. So,
Okay, I definitely can see some improvements in mobility in this game.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw it a little bit in Madden, but the update, I'm able to maneuver players a hell of a lot better, especially on defense. Oh, look at that.
Oh, I mean that looks way crisper. Because I'm not
Yeah.
even
Oh my God.
when we do these kind of streams and stuff like that, on my side of things from watching it, I normally get like a little bit of kind of like a delay with the playthrough and stuff like that. And I feel that like the delay of the playthrough now that I have is like a little bit less.
Yeah. And you're right about that. Oh my God. I need to check my actual game settings because the processor has kicked this into overdrive a little bit. Oh my God. Oh, the mobility is so much nicer.
Yeah, because like normally whenever we're watching anything on, like I said, like we're watching anything off your console, it just looks like clippy crap. You know what I mean? It doesn't look
Yeah.
very good. It doesn't flow very well. But
Well, I
I'm
think
watching
yeah,
you do these transitions and they're actually smooth.
yeah, I think our we streaming to Twitch on this new system is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, definitely. So that's exciting for us. So if you're a streamer out there and you're kind of not really big ticket like other folks and got the capabilities that some of these people do with their cameras and everything else like that,
Oh
this is
my God, I've never been able to make that move ever.
Oh, there you go. See, Marcus has never been able to make a move ever, and now he has
Oh
made
my!
it.
I have never been able to get around like that by back kicking the ball. Oh my God! Oh my! This process. Ooh. I think I'm gonna be playing FIFA all day. Damn.
He just had a moment he had to check his shorts.
Look, they definitely made improvements in FIFA 21 because I started the career this past weekend. Yeah, and I texted you guys. They had this on 50% off. They had it on sale at Target, getting ready for the new consoles. And I noticed, like I said, mobility was very much improved, but still, I was still having trouble like on defense. And just playing the first half of this game, oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Ouch. Ah. Oh, well. All right, let me see if I can grab one more before we quit.
It's just that it's just that one extra goal, Marcus. That one extra goal. I need that goal, Marcus.
Okay. Oh, okay, that one was my fault.
Now he admits it.
Ah. Are you? No, fuck you. Oh, horseshit. Well, I guess the processing power improved the AIs as well.
There you go. You got to step your fucking game up, America.
Yeah. Ah. Oh yeah. There we go.
There it is.
Okay. As much as I love playing FIFA, I can tell you right now, I would have bought the system just to play with the improvements in this game. And now it really pisses me off that they didn't make any updates to the new NHL game for the new consoles, because I would really love to play some hockey with improvements. Yeah. It'll probably beef up NHL 20 as well, and I'll have to test that a little bit later. All right. It's about halftime anyway. Okay, so I got to tell you, I'm actually impressed with this system. I mean, we've seen some definite improvements. I mean, the processing power makes a huge difference. And like you pointed out, the bit rate and all that is helping our live stream. So that's a good thing. You still there, Scott?
No, I totally am. Totally am. Here for days. Just checking the time.
Yeah, we got about close this up. Oh, good Lord, it's 2. We've been doing this for about an hour and a half now. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to tell you this. Let me stop the share screen so we can get this done. Here's my overall review of the Xbox Series X. Obviously, we're going to be doing a little bit more here and there, but it definitely seems like it's worth the money, and it's already improving certain games. I do think you're probably going to have to move games over to the internal hard drive to get better performances, but we'll find out. And as you can see from a streaming point of view, streaming to Twitch from this system in our studio is making the quality a little bit better. So definitely worth getting excited for the Xbox Series X. And of course, with Game Pass, also including EA Play as of today, I mean, you're just getting a hell of a lot of money's worth out of this system. So that's I would never give a system a perfect 10, but right now it is definitely an 8 or 9 up there for me as we continue to explore. And It definitely looks good on an Ultra 4K TV, which is what I have. So a couple of tidbits. Yes, use the HDMI cord that comes with it. It will make a difference with your TV. And you shouldn't have a whole lot of trouble getting everything transferred from your old system, and it will remember where you are in sports games and other games that you're playing. So you should not have to start over. Should be a seamless transfer. Scott, thanks for joining me with today. Just by what we've done, what's your initial impressions?
I want one. I want one because I want to see, because I mean, if it's really, cranking everything up to 11s, then maybe I'm only going to improve, or maybe I'm worse. Who knows?
Right.
But I'm curious. I'm definitely curious to try one out. Now I just need to, find the money.
I know. So politicians, get that new stimulus package, working, because we all need another $1,200 check to pay for new consoles. That's how you keep the economy going.
I guess.
Maybe that's not true, but that's what we're saying anyway on this broadcast. All right. We'll be back playing more games, and like I said, later tonight we're going to get into Assassin's Creed Valhalla and see how that plays out, and our new live streaming stuff. And then I honestly cannot wait for this Friday when we do our Friday night Fright Fest and play Friday the 13th. So,
no, right. And also good news with that, Marcus. I feel we can get more than 6 people in a lobby for that.
I think we're working on it. I got to get a couple more games and copies for people, but I feel like we're gonna have a pretty good show Friday night.
We are.
Anyway, more to come about the Xbox Series X. Right now, it's the leading contender for the console to buy, and we'll let you know about the PS5 if we get a chance to review it or not. But I do want to say one thing. I did find out today on the PS5. You can plug in your old external hard drive. It looks like that you can, but you will not be able to play any PS5 games on the external hard drive. All PS5 games will have to be played internally, but your PS4 games will be able to operate on the PS5 if they're on an external hard drive. So that's what they're saying with it right now. If you want an external hard drive to be able to play PS5 games, you're going to have to buy something specifically from Sony. And I think they were going the price that I heard, and we'll get this confirmed, was 1 terabyte was like $200.
Yep, I called that shit. Did I not call it the other day when we were talking?
You did.
I called that